Hello. This short video presentation is a continuation of yesterday. Today we're going to be dividing by a binomial. When we divide by a binomial, we have to multiply the numerator and the denominator by what is called the conjugate. The conjugate of a plus b is a minus b. All we do is change the addition to subtraction or the subtraction to addition. So we're going to multiply by 2 minus 3 radical 2, numerator and denominator. And then we're going to do binomial multiplication on the denominator. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times minus 3 radical 2 minus 6 radical 2 plus 3 radical 2 times 2 is 6 radical 2 minus 3 radical 2 times 3 radical 2 is 9. 3 times 3 and radical 2 times radical 2 is 2. The numerator we distribute. 4 times 2 is 8 minus 4 times 3 is 12, radical 2. These will cancel. They'll always cancel. That's why we use the conjugate. Now I have 8 minus 12 radical 2 over 4 minus 18, and we're almost done. 8 minus 12 radical 2 over negative 14. We're not allowed to leave a radical in the negative in the denominator, so we multiply by negative 1 over negative 1, and we end up with negative 8 plus 12 radical 2 over 14. Still not done. We're going to divide everything by 2, and we get negative 4 plus 6 radical 2 over 7. Now we're going to do one more, a little more complicated. We're going to have a binomial in the numerator, and in the denominator we are going to have minus radical 2. All right? 2 radicals in the denominator. Again, we multiply by the conjugate. 2 radical 3 plus radical 2, and the top numerator by the same thing. Then we're going to have to do binomial multiplication twice. Numerator, 2 times 2 radical 3, 4 radical 3, 2 times radical 2, 2 radical 2, 3 radical 2 times 2 radical 3, 3 times 2 is 6, and radical 2 times radical 3 is radical 6. And lastly, 2 times radical 2 2 times, whoa, I got lost. 4, 2 radical 2. And the last one is 3 radical 2 times radical 2 is 3 times 2. Radical 2 times radical 2 is 2. over 2 radical 3 times 2 radical 3 is 4 times 3. 2 radical 3 times radical 2 is 2 radical 6 minus radical 2 times 2 radical 3 is 2 radical 6, but it's minus. Those cancel. And we get radical 2 times radical 2 is 2. Denominator, 4 times 3 is 12, minus 2. And the numerator, I have 6. I have 4 radical 3. I have 2 radical 2. And 6 radical 6. Always continue that. And this is equal to 10. So we have 6, 4 radical 3, plus 2 radical 2, plus 6 radical 6 over 10. And one last thing, I'm showing you each step separately. You can go a little bit faster. We can divide everything by 2, and we get 3 plus 2 radical 3 plus 2 radical 2 plus 6 radical 6 all over 5. If you have any term without a radical, put it in front. Otherwise, the order does not matter. That's it. All right. Hope this makes sense. It's pretty easy, actually. Just a little time consuming. And have a great day.